Hi everyone, MC Dancer here, and welcome to the third episode of the Sky Factory 4 Let's Play. Now last time, we added 3 more pawns to the middle island to make a full chess game set on this dimension, and also tidied up one of our themed islands over there. And as you can see, I did do some off-camera work to make it look a bit better. I've added oak wood plank walkways through our plane themed island here, so anyone can get to either sky bridges with ease. And also over here in our spruce forest biome, I added some more texture, like these fertile soil and also these brown mulch blocks. And then we have also a pathway of these mossy stone bricks that lead up to either sky bridges. Now, I found that these spruce forest biomes usually have podzol in them, and mushrooms can grow on podzol without it needing to be a lower light level. So I added some podzol, making sure to replace all the blocks except for these moss stone that have mushrooms on them. Added some more mushrooms, and yeah. This is now our spruce forest island. And these grass paths were made using a shovel by right-clicking on these grass to make this texture. And yeah, overall, I think it looks nice to me. And I especially like the transition from this plain island to the spruce island, because it's kind of bright, greeny over here, and there will be also sky bridges here, but when you come in here, it gets a bit darker, more foresty. But yeah, I like it. Now, today, to shake things up a bit, I was thinking of doing some automation and maybe show you guys how to set up an ME system where you can have the ME system auto-craft an item and make sure that you have over a set number of items in that ME storage. So let's head back to our overworld. If we go down here, this is our ME system hub. You saw this in episode 1. And if you break, oh, not this side, sorry, over here, if you break this wall, now this is the setup for automated crafting and ensuring that your ME system has a set number of items. And when you're working with Applied Energistics ME systems, you would want to have a wrench on you, this crescent hammer wrench, because this enables you to just pop things off by shift right clicking, like that. And I think I need some more space here to work with, but yeah. Put this on here. And should have been like so. I guess I can pop this one off first for now. Do it like that, and pop this back on. And I think this actually had glass bottles in it, so let's just fix that for now. Glass bottles, and I'll be showing you how to set all this up in due time. Yeah, perfect. I think that's mid levels are above or equal, so we need that to be below. Alright. So yeah, this is the setup. Now, one good thing about Sky Factory 4 is that ME Systems channels have been disabled, making it so much more easier to set up multiple ME systems across the map Now this autocraft and keeping a set number of items in storage is pretty simple to set up. First of all, you need the following items. Molecular assembler right here, and I think I have one, molecular assembler. And also you need crafting CPU, which are these, and this is made through combining these two items. The crafting unit is pretty easy to make. You make one of those, and I think I have a 64K. Yes, I do. So that's a pretty large CPU, and also you would need co-processing unit, which is this. Also, by adding these, now you will need a couple of, or multiple numbers of ME level emitters, which is this. I think I have some redstone torches, so I'll take 3 for now. You'll need some export buses, and I can make that. And then I'll take 3 for now as well. You want glass ME cable. It doesn't have to be glass cables. It can be covered cables. I'm going to use brown. And you would also need a couple of ME interfaces, which are these, crafted like so. Let's get a couple of those. And these are the major parts of this automation. And you will also need some cards. Now, what you need are crafting cards and redstone cards and some acceleration cards. Now, these crafting cards and redstone cards are going to be put into your ME export buses. So let's make 3 of each. This needs a workbench, doesn't it? Okay, craft 3 of those, redstone card, and craft 3 of those. And you will need some acceleration cards, so let's just make, for instance, 10 for now. Alright. Now, you need these other 2 terminals, ME pattern terminal and ME interface terminal. And the pattern terminal actually enables you to make these crafting patterns, and your ME interface terminal allows you to manipulate where your patterns are without physically going to that location. Now, first of all, what I want to do today is automate making iron blocks from my iron ingots. So, I have a lot of iron ingots, and now I would want to make a blank pattern, which is this. Now, using your blank pattern, you go into your ME pattern terminal. You put your blank terminal in blank pattern, sorry, into this slot here. You make this pattern that you want to craft, and press this arrow, and you have your encoded pattern. Now, after crafting a pattern like this, now you can set up the recipe, and now you have your patterns for auto crafting ready. Now, I will disconnect these auto crafting hubs from my main ME system for now, and I will be making this setup out here for you guys to see. Okay, first things first, you have your ME interface. you want that to connect with your main system. Then you're using cables, either glass or covered. You want to come out a few blocks like that and place another ME interface here. And notice that this ME interface has this part sticking out and over here sticking out and also a top part sticking out. Now, with your ME export buses, you want to put one here, here, and here. And then your ME level emitters here, here, and here. Now, let's configure all of this before we link it up into any other stuff. But now this one, if you can see here, emit when levels are above or equal to the limit. That means that if you have more than 0, it will emit a light. You want to turn all of these to below. And for today, we are going to be exporting iron blocks, auto-crafted iron blocks. So you want this level emitter to learn this. And let's say 1000. Okay? If it's below 1000, which right now I have only 40, then it will emit a redstone light. Now, over here, the adjacent one, the adjacent export bus, you also want to put in your crafting card, which enables the auto crafting function, and then the redstone card, which enables this export bus to read the redstone signal from the level emitter. And you want this to export the block of iron, which is auto crafted, and you want to have this active with signal because this is on when you have less than 1000 blocks and you want to keep 1000 blocks. And also you want to have the crafting behavior to do not use stocked items, only craft items while exporting. Because if you have it as use stocked items, the iron blocks that are already in your system is going to also be exported, and that kind of clogs up this system. So these, make sure that you have these selected as so. And let's just pop in some acceleration cards here so the process is a bit faster. Now all of this can have the same setup. Active with signal, do not use. Active with signal, and do not use. Alright, cool. Now that that is set up, what we have to do now is set up our crafting. Now the molecular assembler is where all of this is crafted. And let us just place it right here for now. And then this molecular assembler always requires a CPU. Now the CPU gives these molecular assemblers the capacity to craft an item. And also, a co-processing unit enables the molecular assembler to craft more than one item at a time. And each addition of this co-processing unit will add another slot, should I say. And if you can see, these co-processing units and the CPUs, they make a multi-block structure like so. So this is all connected and it's ready to go. Now, the final few steps that you do need to do is that pattern that you made earlier. You have to put it in the interface that is connected to your main ME system. You can put the pattern in here, and also you can actually manipulate it through the ME interface here. Now it says molecular assembler. Yes, sorry. This ME interface needs to be connected to the molecular assembler for this to work, and it's in there right now, as you can see. Now, finally, what you need to do is connect this with this, and also here, and connect it like so. Now, as you can see, this is making iron blocks automatically. And once this number hits 1000 blocks, this redstone signal will turn off, and it will turn off the automation. For example, let's say that this is 100. 100. Now we're close to that number. It's at 89, 90. Once that number hits 100, this is going to turn off, which is in turn going to turn off the auto crafting. Now if we change this to 200, it's going to turn on, and auto crafting will continue to commence, as you can see here, until that number hits 200. And the resources that is used for the auto crafting is also coming out from the ME system. So this number will continuously decrease, but it will continuously making iron blocks. So let's put that back to 1,000. And yeah, that is how you set up auto crafting with Applied Energistics. Now, each of these setup is able to select 3 crafting, 3 auto craftings, because there are 3 export hubs, export buses, and level emitters. Now, as you can see inside there, I have 3 here, and also on the other side there's another 3. So this setup I can get rid of right now. Like I said, using this crescent hammer wrench is extremely useful because you don't have to use your pick to get rid of all this. Now, with that, let's go over to this side, reconnect our system, and let's use this part over here. Same, do not use stored items, active with signal. We want iron block, and over here also iron block, and at 1,000. And now my molecular assembler is actually down here, and because we did not put in our pattern yet, it's not making, but once we put that in, it should start. Yep, there we go. It's making iron blocks now. And if you right click your CPU, you can actually see the crafting status, and this is what it's doing. It is using the stored iron ingots to craft the iron blocks until that number goes to 1,000. Let's just tidy up this area a bit, like so. Then using this. Alright, so now that is how you set up automated crafting and keeping a set number of items in your ME system. And hopefully this was a helpful video and gave you guys some ideas on automating crafting in your own worlds. Now there are other ways to autocraft in Sky Factory 4, such as using auto crafters, which I do have set up for all my mystical agriculture yields. And originally, my mystical agriculture plants were placed here in the overworld. And it looked nice too because I had them all set up in separate glass boxes circling the middle island. But I found that they were so laggy and lowered my FPS because each time a plant grows, that initiates a chunk update. And I had so many plants that it was non-stop. Now they are hidden away in actually in these over here compact machines that I showed you a few episodes ago. And let's get a personal shrinking device. Go into one of these. Now, over here we see a setup of my mystical agricultural plants. It's a pretty simple setup too. It has water with sprinklers sprinklers on top, and also a couple growth accelerators underneath. And the plants are growing. This harvester from Cyclic harvests a set area, like so, and the yield is pumped into these chests, which has purple in the middle. Now if we go back into the overworld, and we just mine down a bit. Now here we have the auto crafter setup for all of my mystical agriculture essence. Now, as mentioned before, all the essence is going into this chest, this purple chest, with item extraction cables that are linked to the auto crafters. Now the item extraction cables, each and every one of them are whitelisted to only pump out a single essence type into different auto crafters, which crafts those essence into their resource form. And the crafted resources are pumped out into this ender chest, which has blue on the first. And this blue on the first ender chest is linked to my ME storage. But yeah, so as you can see, auto crafting using auto crafters requires a lot of space and does not have that ability to set a limit to the item numbers in your storage. If I wanted to, I could have all the essence just piped into the ME storage, have the ME system auto-craft the resources continuously. But for now, I do like the setup. It works, and it is hidden, so I'm happy. Now, let us just tidy up a bit here. Alright, cool. Well, that is it for today. I know that it was a pretty short episode, but I did want to show you guys how to set up auto crafting using the ME system and how to set up so that it is auto crafted to have at least a set number of items in your storage. Yeah, and I do plan to continue building in the hunting dimension next episode. Maybe build one of the main bridges that connects to the King or Queen Islands. And also, we will be setting up a wireless ME system linkage through using quantum rings and singularities, possibly in the end dimension. So, yeah, that's it for today. And if you haven't already, please do click that like and subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank y'all for watching. Stay happy, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!